Alright, so guess what I have here? Another fabled build, right? Alright, I got a regionals this Saturday, so this is, I don't know, I guess it's kind of important. I mean, I don't have my invite yet or anything, but I'll get it. Whatever. Alright, so I'll start it off. We got triple Grimro. Of course, it's a staple, yeah. Triple Cruise. Same thing. Triple Kushano. I like him a lot because he's a level 3 tuner. You get the discards off of him. He's 1100 attack, so he gets under Bottomless and over Sangan. That's also kind of important. Yep. And we got double Ravens. At this point, I really don't think a third is necessary. Would it be good? I mean, yeah, you could probably run it with 3. That wouldn't hinder it at all. Because I'm running triple Kushano, I think Raven isn't as necessary. 3 Raven isn't as necessary. Alright, then we've got a Galibus. I switched this down since to 1 from 2 in order to put room for a Snipe Hunter. But I'm thinking that I might want to put him back up 1 because now I don't have so many targets for Grimro. That, or I could put in a Ruby Ruda. I don't know. Alright, and then we've got Agors, right? It's pretty good. You can make a 10 or Leviathan with him or the token even. Triple Silva. Triple Brow. These guys are good because they stop Bottomless, they stop Torrential. Triple Gold. Alright, why I think the Dark World engine is so good. You can swarm the field instantly. And oftentimes it can't be stopped. Say your opponent has a face-down oppression, and you make something to discard all of them before they activate their oppression. Okay, so if they choose to chain their oppression, then they can only negate the last special summon. Pretty good, right? So you still get your other 2, they pay 800. Whatever. Okay. These guys, I already said, Browse, Soak Up Bottomless, and Torrential, all that good stuff. And it makes Solemn Warning not such a big deal, makes Solemn Judgment not such a big deal. Alright, we got the Night Assailant. Oh yeah, and I got this guy Hollow too. It's kind of cool. You can get back Morphing Jar with it. It's a good first turn set. We got the Morphing Jar. Also Hollow, of course. Snipe Hunter. I kind of like it, I kind of don't. It's good when you set in the Forced Requisitions. It's really good then. It's good with Cruise. I don't know. It's okay. It's an idea. Triple Reckless. I usually side these guys out, but it's the speed of the deck for the first game. Double Decree. These guys I keep in. Something cool. Here, I'm just going to pull it out so you guys can see. This is Forced Requisition. This one. Forced Requisition. If it's already on the field face up, then the thing to discard, it's not an effect, it's a condition. So if it's already face up and then you activate Royal Decree, it's not going to be negated. That's something kind of cool. We've got double dealings. 3 is too much, and you really don't want to have your opponent discard their Dandelion, something useful for them, their Spore, their Glow Up. I mean, yeah. Cold Wave, of course, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Giant Trunade. Of course, all obvious choices. I've got Card Destruction. It's another Morphing Jar. It's really good. Also, I've been developing the sense of finding out what my opponent has in their hand to the dot. I mean, with so much discard power, you can get the idea of what they've played and what they haven't played yet. I know that's already an elementary school skill, but you can use it more so with this, down to monsters that they've used that they might run in triplicate. I don't know. Then you've got an Allure because you run a whole ton of Darks, and 2 books. I've been trying to find a way to get a third in here, but frankly there isn't enough space, so 2's going to have to do right now. Other things I want to try Valor, I want to try Rubiruda. I want to try a second Galibus. I want to try Pot of Avarice. I want to try Dark Armed. I want to try maining Forced Requisition. Whole bunch of stuff that could work. Alright, Synchros. We got one, Ragin. He's really good, but you don't make him so often in this build. In other straight up fabled builds, you'd make them more often, but not so much in this one. We got double Valkyrus. They're big, they get over anything, and they've got a beastly effect, oftentimes a +1 if you have a cruise. Black Rose, Leviathan. Only one Leviathan. I'm trying to find room for a second. I mean, you don't make it too often, but you can make it twice per game. I think I'd find room for a second Black Rose before I find room for a second Leviathan, though. We've got 2 Wyverns. I think this would be the first thing that I would take out to open space. Just one of them. Mistworm, Dark End. That's one major advantage this deck has over other Fabled builds. That you can make Dark End. With Dark World guys, it's really easy. Brionic, who's really good in this. Stardust, Chaos King, Stygian, who you can make. You probably will be making it more often than you will be making Ragin. It's good to get over tokens, whatever else. Scrap Dragon. I haven't ever made this at all. Like, not once. I mean, they have so many better options. So this might also be taken out. And a trusty Goyo Guardian, who I rarely ever make anyways, but, I mean, it's possible. Alright, side deck. Little stroke of genius here. I like it a lot. There's my tokens. We've got Avenging Knight Parshat, sided in against Quick Draw, sided in against anything that plays defensively a lot. It can get over Gravekeepers. Yeah. Double Honest. It's good against Glads. It's good against Light Hero Bead. It's good against whatever else. Slow stuff. And then we've got these guys, Force Requisitions. It's a great card, no doubt. But what's funny about it is that nobody knows the ruling that you activate it when you discard, and they don't have to discard that time that you discard. So they'll discard an extra card. You can take advantage of them. But then from then on, you can go Morphing Jar, and then they draw and then discard everything. You could do card destruction. You could do Raven, all good stuff with this. Or, I mean, even you could get Kushano back, and that's a free discard. I mean, it's too good. And again, with Decree, it still works. Beckoning Light, it kind of works with Forced Requisition. You run a lot of lights, whatever. Deck Devies, you're running Dark Worlds, big monsters. You can get rid of their Dandelions, you can get rid of their Spores, you can get rid of all that stuff before they can actually use them. Debris Dragon, too. This deck hates Debris Dragon, and that's why you side Starlight Road. And for Glads and whatnot. And then you got Torrential, which is all around a good card. And double MST. It's for slower matchups, if they play Oppression, if they play heavy back rows. My Body, pretty much same thing. It works against Debris Dragon sometimes, and whatever else. And double Noble Lands, which are obvious picks. You should be maining one, or siding 2, anything. You have to have at least 2. Alrighty, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a couple test hands. So I'll shuffle this up nice and quick, hopefully. Alright. And let's hope I have the time. Alright, so that was a lot of random shuffling, and I'll show you some test hands. Yeah, that's a pretty good hand, right? Yeah, even better now. Double Reckless, Monster Reborn, and Dark Hole, and Cold Wave, and Kushano. You pretty much win. Good stuff. Alright, we'll try again. Raven and Grimrow, and Cruise, and Cold Wave. Okay, that's enough to see. Cruise, Snipe Hunter, Dark World Dealings, Silva, Gold, and Reckless. Alright, this could go either way. It could be okay, could be bad. There you go. I guess it all depends on the next two cards. So you should be okay. I mean, I don't know. That one would be iffy. Alright, Book, Grimrow, Reckless, Brow, Dark Hole, and Silva. This is the kind of stuff you don't want to see, but you can just set Book of Moon and wait for the next turn, or get Kishano, and then everything's better. You can go Grimrow, search Raven, next turn pop these two guys after going Dark Hole. Plenty of good stuff. And this will be the last. We got Decree, Raven, Book of Moon, Galbus, and Gold, and Cruise. So you're set. That's a really good hand too. Alright, well, that'll be it. Rate, comment. I don't care if you subscribe or not. Just tell me how the build is looking. Give me advice. Alright, thanks guys.